Hey, it's Vana, and welcome back to Dark Souls, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, we made our way to the top of the Undead Parish, which is where we are right now, and we made our way in front of this fog gate. There was a summoning sign here for Solaire. Unfortunately, we died before we could summon him, so now we are hollow, and must do whatever is beyond this gate by our lonesome. Before we walk through it, let's actually take a look at our items. That's what I want to see, but is there anything else we can use? Let's actually use this really quick. Give me those souls. Delicious. Okay, is there anything else that we can use? Black Firebomb, sure, but I want to kind of use those sparingly, although I guess early game is the best time to use those. And now I think we are good, so what we're going to want to do is two-hand our... What is this weapon called? I've never used it before. Battle Axe, that's what I was going to say. We want to do... we want to two-hand our Battle Axe and walk through this fog gate. Let's see what's beyond it. There's no boss or anything. Don't worry. We can just walk straight over to that giant bell tower and activate the first bell, right? Oh, wait. Why is there a cutscene? That's not good. That's never good. Oh, we're just admiring the architecture. Well, that's totally fine with me. Why is it zooming in on this gargoyle? And here we go. You'll notice he has a very elongated tail, which usually in Dark Souls means that we want to chop it clean off. Oh, okay, that was an early roll. That was not, however. Okay, yes, we want to dual wield our weapon, get behind this guy, the bell gargoyle. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, one hit, sweet. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed there, but I used... That should not have hit me. That was dumb. Let's actually use an Estus Flask. Yeah, I used a gold pine resin. And you'll see that the damage... God damn it. The damage has been increased quite a lot. What are you doing? What are you doing? The thing with this boss is I don't really know their moveset too much. But my god, we are doing a lot of damage, aren't we? Yeah, I don't really know their moveset too much. Die! You'll notice that there is actually another health bar on the screen, which is not a glitch, because you have to fight two at the bare minimum. Don't you blow fire at me. Let me use an Estus Flask, please. Okay, is our gold pine... Oh, that was stupid. Alright. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Alright. Alright, let's get back on our feet here. Roll! Okay, let's use another gold pine resin. The problem is the animation is so very long. Okay. Now, let's get to work on this guy. There we go. That's what we want. We want him to be in that long animation of blowing fire. Man, that went a lot more smoothly than I thought it was going to go. Wow. I want to say that I'm good at this game, but at the same time, gold pine resin, OP, with a capital O and a capital P. We actually got 10,000 souls from that. Very surprised, actually, that I was able to do that on my first try. That boss gave me quite a lot of difficulty, if I remember right, the first time I went to them, and I believe it doesn't stop at 2. I think the longer the fight goes on, the more that spawn. I may be wrong. Maybe you only fight 2. I don't know. Either way, we successfully destroyed him. We're actually going to use an Estus Flask just in case I fall to my death. And then we have to come back over here, and that's not something that I want to do. Alright, so all we have so far is just this ladder. And you can use Solaire, obviously, to help you out. We were hollow, so yeah. But gold pine resin, my god, does it do a lot of damage. Also, I just realized we got 2 weapons, so we'll take a look at those in 1 second, literally, right now. We got the gargoyle tail axe, which we need a little bit more dexterity for. And we also, get out of this, and we also got the gargoyle's halberd, which we need a whole bunch of stuff for. Kind of want to use the tail axe. I've never seen anyone use it other than my friend recently when he was playing through this, and it's kind of cool. So maybe we'll increase our parameters once we get back to a bonfire to allow us to use that, because there's something very odd about it and something very cool. Here we have a ginormous lever and a bell above us. Let's ring it, shall we? Achievement unlocked, ring the bell, undead church. And if you remember, we need to ring 2 bells. So that is the first of 2. And the funny thing is, getting into spoiler territory, but oh well. The funny thing is, like, the first playthrough anyone does of this game, you think it takes you so long to ring both 2 bells. I mean, it took me forever. So that when you get to the second bell, you're like, alright, I'm probably done with like half of the game. No, that's not the case. Here we have a very odd-looking man in a very odd-looking pose.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Carim, the power. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
Okay, interesting. Let's learn his gesture. Well, what is it? A very popular gesture in the Dark Souls universe. Let's see what he has for sale. So purging stones are going to relieve you of curse, which, funny story, I have literally never once been cursed in any Dark Souls game. But it happened to one of my roommates quite often. And also, oh, well, I'll talk about that when we get to it. Something else that's cool about curses. Indictments are weird. See, it's viewed as like a negative item, like you use it to spite someone that's killed you. What happens is an invader comes, they kill you, you can use an indictment to basically indict them. And it sounds like it's a bad item, but actually it's good because it promotes PvP, because it lets blue guys, which we'll talk about later, invade more often, which doesn't happen too much in this game because it's older. Homeward Bones, we already know. Book of the Guilty is useless. We don't want any of this stuff. Karmic Justice is, I believe, oh, that's a very interesting spell, I think. I think the more sin you have, or the, something like, it's something affecting, like, how much sin you have. It's something that is affected by how much sin you have or something, and then, like, the more sin you have, the more damage it does, or something like that. I am not very good at talking about magic because I rarely ever use it in this game. Belka's Talisman will allow us to cast miracles. Bloodbite Ring is not really that important. Ring of Sacrifice is not really that important. Abandoned Covenant, nope. Request Absolution, nope. Basically, sin in this game is a number that you can't see, but it affects all sorts of stuff, and when it is affecting you too much, you can come back here and get Absolution.
It is only human to commit a sin.
Every single NPC in this game, when you finish talking with them, they laugh maniacally, no matter if they're a good person or a bad person. Alright, goodbye, Oswald. Now let's make the trek back to Firelink Shrine. If you remember, the next bell is supposedly far below. However, we don't have to go to the next bell. What is this? Okay, didn't look like I could go in here. However, we don't have to go to the next bell right away. There's a bunch of stuff that we can do. I just don't know what the correct way to do things is. Oh, God. I did not mean to roll over there, but it all worked out anyways. Actually, I do know what we want to do next. And we'll just pretty much continue in the way that the game wants you to continue in. I mean, like I said, you know, there's a lot of different exploration and things that you can do, but there is like a path of least resistance, pretty much, that we're probably good in following. That didn't make much sense. We probably want to follow the path of least resistance. That's what I'm trying to say. So back to Firelink Shrine. Actually, what we can do here is take a little detour. And let's see, did we pick up those chests down there? We did not pick up those chests down there. We also didn't get that item over there. Yeah, let's do that. So this is kind of like a secret, but pretty much anyone that has played Dark Souls and completed it knows about this. We want to roll down over here. There we go. We want to go this way because we want to get on this roof. Now, you can continue up there, and there's a nest over there, and we'll talk about and do that later on. We have the Undead Asylum Floor 2 West Key. We do want that before we deal with the crow and the nest. Let's jump over here and grab this. Soul of a Lost Undead, okay. Let's actually go back over here now and get on this elevator again. And jump off again. Because these 3 chests down here actually have some great stuff, I believe. But yes, back where we were, up there, that does lead to a completely different section of the game. that we will do later on. Cracked red eye orbs allow you to invade the worlds of other players. We'll definitely make use of those, although I want to get upgraded a little bit more. We pretty much have baseline gear at the moment, and that's not good. So Homeward Bone, and I think the other one had, what, a Morning Star and maybe a Talisman or something? Oh, there's a fourth chest. I always thought there was 3. What do we have here? Lloyd Talisman. I think I've mentioned before that it stops things and people from using Estus Flasks. Let's quickly run out of the graveyard before these skeletons come and kill me. I don't want that to happen. Let's drop down here. Very interesting. An ominous sound of someone sleeping and snoring. But it's, if I were to mention what that is, that would be a clear spoiler. Let's use this bonfire. Let's actually get out of here and see if that one dude is over here. Does this guy have any... Oh, yeah, he does have more dialogue.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide. What's wrong? Get a bit of a scare out there?
No.
No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before you know it.
Man, could this guy be any more negative? Jeez.
Well, what are you going to do? I've already decided. I don't really care. I'm simply crestfallen. How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow.
God, man, this guy, he just brings you down and down and down and down.
What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Okay. This is like the one game where I really do not mind exhausting dialogue, even if I played it over and over and over and over and over, because the dialogue is actually very meaningful. I don't know if we've talked to this person yet, but it is the Firekeeper. No response, she cannot speak. Okay. No response, she cannot speak. So with certain bonfires, there are Firekeepers. I think there's only 2 in this game. There might be one more that I'm not thinking of. I don't know. But nevertheless, you can talk to the Firekeepers and reinforce Estus Flasks with the Firekeeper Souls. And now you'll notice that in the bottom left there, our Estus Flask is +1. That basically means that it restores more health than normal.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
Sunlight Metal, which I think the only... No, that's for a
I
Covenant.
am grateful to you for freeing me.
There's that ominous laugh again.
Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now. By the Lords, your face.
What?
Your humanity is really slipping.
No, I've got a bunch. I can just go back and change it.
Most fools have more humanity than they know what to do with. Now, who do you imagine will make the best use of it? You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Okay, and we are pretty much done with Firelink Shrine after we do some leveling up, which we'll be able to do quite a lot because of all the souls that we've accrued. Alright, let's go ahead, and before we do that, let's repair all of our equipment, which again does not cost much at all. Look at these petty sums. Nothing like Fallout, and Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 3. Let's level up here, and actually, yeah, we are going to equip that Gargoyle Tail Axe, so I just want to make sure of the requirements. 14 Strength, 14 Dex. Alright, level up. Let's get our Dex to 14. Vitality's good for now. Endurance. And then let's raise our strength up to the maximum. Let's actually put it at 20, and then we'll start putting endurance up to 15. One thing that I'm not really good at in Dark Souls is min-maxing, just because I haven't memorized the correct way that you want to do it, but I'm sure we will manage. So now we have the Gargoyle Tail Axe. Oh yeah, it did that for my friend too. It brings up the bar of bleed, poison, and maybe toxic. I don't know why it does that, but it happens every time you equip. So here we have the Gargoyle Tail Axe, and we can still do a fast roll. Isn't that lovely? So you'll notice that, let's see, can you see it? Let's try a strong attack. Yeah, so it bends. Can you see that? It like bends because it's like a tail. Isn't that interesting? All right. So now what we're going to need to do is head up this way once again. Even though it looks like we're heading upwards again, we're actually going to be heading downwards. Let's see how much damage this thing does. Honestly, not that big of an upgrade from our last weapon, but it's cooler, and that's all that matters in Fashion Souls. Alright, we don't even really need to kill these guys. I'm just killing the ones that are going to pose a threat to even a small amount of my health bar. I think there's a guy right behind me, isn't there? There sure is! Okay, let's kill this guy quickly before this guy catches up to me. Alright, you're going to chase me? Alright, let's actually kill this rat. This rat is like is such a pacifist. It rarely ever attacks. Am I missing a shortcut to get back to where we want to go? I don't think so. I think we just need to run past the undead berg again. Right? Let me just do some mental math here real quick. Yeah, there shouldn't be... I'm not really sure. We might be missing a shortcut, but then again, it's not that far from here. In fact, I'll show you just how not that far from here it is by running there directly. Oh yes, actually, no. Yeah, we've already activated the shortcut. We are actually extremely close. That's the thing with Dark Souls. You have to always keep in mind where you are and what shortcuts you can use, but it takes multiple playthroughs to really understand that. So we need to go to this bonfire. We need to use it. I mean, we don't need to use it, but we want to use it. There we go. That arrow should not have hit me. That was ridiculous. That guy should be fired as an AI. Let's head up these stairs. Oh my god. I swear to god, it might even sound that I'm doing that on purpose, but I'm not. Okay, let's see. Now where do we want to? We want to go upstairs, and we want to activate this dragon's fire. Activate the fire dragon. Come on. There we go. Roll down. And look at all those souls we get. 555! Should not have done that. Oh well. Alright. Hopefully he won't breathe fire again. He's going to, and if we die... That's the sound of fire, isn't it? Oh, it sure is. Alright. I think we're dead. We sure are. But that will actually give us a chance to use the humanity that I've forgotten to use. So that's quite alright. But see, that's the thing with the dragon. Like, he lights the bridge on fire whenever he wants. Maybe it's only when you're coming from that way. Let's use one humanity. It's not fun if we're hollow and we never see invasions and stuff like that. I mean, it is fun, but it's not as fun as it could be. Okay, reverse hollowing. There we go. Humanity restored. Now we can summon Solaire whenever we so wish. Not really, because it's only when we see his summoning sign. Maybe the game does want you to go the long way around. I don't know. Getting past this dragon has always been a chore. Okay, once again, we need to activate his fire. Activate his fire, I said. Oh, and now he doesn't want to do it. Come on, there we go. Okay. All the hollows are dead. Maybe we just need to do this again and then run as soon as he does it. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. In fact, I think we might just need to, if we want to go this way, we might need to tank the damage. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he's just going to keep doing it. Let's just try tanking it. We have to wait for the fire to dissipate, and then we will run through as fast as we can. Here comes the fire. Oh, I think you can outrun it because it takes a while to catch up to you. But then he does it again. He like stun locks you with his fire. Come on. Come on, Vana, you can do it. There we go. All right, we did it. Told you we could do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode, we will walk through this door right here, and I will see you there. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.